Why did Mr. Kutaragi, the inventor of the Sony PlayStation that was released in 1994, make it? Having noticed the poor quality of the Nintendo Famicom, the Japanese version of the NES, Ken Kutaragi persuaded Sony's management to design and manufacture a powerful sound chip for the Nintendo's upcoming 16-bit console, the Super Famicom, or SNES. This 72-year-old man created the PlayStation console and pushed the company to build it. The PlayStation became Sony's cash cow, contributing 60% of the company's operating profits in 2003. Mr. Kutaragi is known as the father of PlayStation and its successors and spin-offs including the PS2, PSP, and PlayStation 3. Mr. Kutaragi created the SPC 700 sound chip for the SNES. PlayStation was brainchild of Ken Kutaragi, a Sony executive who managed one of the company's hardware engineering divisions and was later dubbed the father of PlayStation until 1991. Sony had a little direct involvement with the video game industry. To meet with increasing demand, Sony chartered jumbo jets and ramped up production in Europe and North America. By early 1996, the PlayStation had grossed $2 billion equivalent to $3.456 billion in 2021 from worldwide hardware and software sales. On the 7th July of 2000, Sony released the PS1, a smaller redesigned version of the original PlayStation. It was the highest selling console through the end of the year, outselling all other consoles including the PlayStation 2. The DualShock analog controller was released in 1997 for the PlayStation 1. This was an updated version of the original controller with some important new features. The most notable addition was the inclusion of the 2 analog sticks. The PS1 controller was released alongside the original PlayStation in 1994 and was inspired by the controller of the Super Nintendo.
From the creator of Resident Evil, Dino Crisis.
The original PlayStation used CDs for games. The most commonly cited ones are that CDs hold more memory, about 700 megabytes on CDs versus 64 megs on some Nintendo 64 cartridges, and CDs were significantly cheaper than cartridges. The PS1 was released in Japan around December in 1994, and it made its American debut in September 1995. There were impressive sales, and titles such as Twisted Metal and Ridge Racer were very popular. Thanks to Ken Kutaragi, the Japanese engineering technologist who invented the Sony PlayStation and released in 1994, made the greatest selling console, and till this day, it is remembered and loved by the classic gamers and will always stay in our hearts. Thanks for watching.